Today, I'm going to talk about foods, 7 foods that are bad for brain health and that can set you up for cognitive decline and dementia.
Dementia. This frightening word represents more than just memory loss. It's a comprehensive decline in cognitive function that affects millions globally, taking away cherished memories and impairing everyday activities. But what if I told you that many of the foods we eat daily are silently contributing to cognitive decline, setting us up for dementia later in life? That's right! Certain foods can be wreaking havoc on your brain, potentially leading to conditions like Alzheimer's or vascular dementia. Stay tuned, because in this video, we will uncover the 6 worst foods that contribute to dementia and the science behind how they affect our brain health. We'll also reveal 3 foods that could protect you from the devastation of dementia. By the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to add to your diet for better brain health. Food 1. High-carb foods and metabolic syndrome. Our first culprit is a surprising one: carbohydrates. Now, we all love a good slice of pizza or a fluffy piece of white bread, but these foods are doing more harm than you might realize. According to Dr. William Lee, consuming excessive carbohydrates can lead to a condition known as metabolic syndrome, which increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. The problem with carbs is that they fuel inflammation throughout the body. Over time, this inflammation can damage the blood vessels in the brain, contributing to conditions like vascular dementia. Think of it this way: when we eat too many carbs, our body produces insulin to manage the sugar levels. If this process goes awry, it can cause blood vessels to thicken and clog, which restricts blood flow to the brain. As a result, brain cells are deprived of the oxygen and nutrients they need to function. This leads to cognitive decline. So, next time you're about to reach for that sugary snack, consider whether it's worth the long-term effects on your brain. Story time. Take Sarah, a 58-year-old woman with a sweet tooth who loved indulging in sugary snacks throughout the day. Over the years, she began noticing a slow but steady decline in her memory. Little things like forgetting her keys or mixing up dates became more frequent. After visiting her doctor, it was revealed that her high-carb diet had led to metabolic syndrome, which had gradually impaired her cognitive function. A change in diet, with a focus on reducing carbs and incorporating healthy fats, turned her situation around, proving that small diet changes can have a big impact. Lesson: we need to be mindful of our carbohydrate intake. While the occasional indulgence is okay, it's important to balance it with whole grains, fiber, and healthy fats to protect your brain in the long run. Food 2. Trans fats. Next on Dr. Lee's list are trans fats, artificial fats that are created through a process called hydrogenation. These fats are commonly found in processed foods such as fried snacks, baked goods, and margarine. They were once thought to be a healthier alternative to saturated fats, but research has shown that trans fats are extremely harmful to our health, particularly our brains. Trans fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, while lowering the good cholesterol, HDL, which can lead to atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaque in our arteries. When plaque accumulates, it narrows the arteries, decreasing blood flow to vital organs, including the brain. This restriction in blood flow deprives the brain of the oxygen and nutrients it needs, contributing to cognitive decline and dementia. Story time. Imagine John, a 63-year-old man who loved indulging in fast food and store-bought pastries. Over time, he began to experience mood swings, difficulty concentrating, and mild memory loss. Doctors discovered that his high intake of trans fats had led to the narrowing of his arteries, which impaired blood flow to his brain. With a diet overhaul focusing on healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, John's cognitive function began to improve. Lesson: avoid processed foods high in trans fats. They may be convenient and cheap, but they come with serious consequences for your brain health. Food 3. Soda. Soda! It's a favorite for many, but 1 can of soda can contain up to 9 teaspoons of sugar. This seemingly harmless drink can have a massive impact on your brain. According to studies, regularly consuming soda, whether regular or artificially sweetened, can increase the risk of dementia and stroke. The sugar overload in soda leads to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation, both of which are linked to cognitive decline. When our body becomes resistant to insulin, brain cells lose the signals they need to survive, leading to cellular stress and eventual brain cell death. Story time. Consider Emma, who was in her 40s and drank at least 2 sodas a day. Over the years, she began to feel foggy, forgetful, and sluggish. After a few months of eliminating soda from her diet, and switching to water and herbal teas, she noticed a drastic improvement in her focus and memory. It was a wake-up call that soda could have been slowly deteriorating her brain function. Lesson: soda may taste sweet, but its long-term effects on your brain are anything but sweet. Reduce or eliminate soda from your diet to protect your cognitive health. Food. 4. Processed foods. Processed foods, think prepackaged snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and convenience foods, are another major contributor to cognitive decline. These foods are often loaded with artificial preservatives, sugars, unhealthy fats, and other additives that cause inflammation in the body. This inflammation doesn't just affect your digestive system, it affects your brain as well. In fact, processed foods are also commonly contaminated with microplastics, tiny plastic particles that can enter the body through food packaging. Once inside the body, microplastics can accumulate in the bloodstream, potentially causing inflammation and contributing to brain cell damage over time. Story time. James, a busy professional, relied heavily on frozen meals and chips for his quick meals. Over the years, he began noticing a decline in his ability to focus and remember important details. A brain scan showed that his brain showed signs of inflammation, likely linked to the microplastics and additives in the processed foods he consumed. A diet focused on whole foods, including fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and nuts, helped reverse some of the damage. Lesson: processed foods may be convenient, but they come at the expense of your brain health. Stick to fresh, whole foods to nourish both your body and mind. Food. 5. Seafood containing mercury. Certain types of seafood, especially large fish like swordfish, bluefin tuna, and sharks, can contain high levels of mercury. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin that can have harmful effects on brain health. When consumed, mercury can accumulate in the brain, disrupt neurotransmitters, and lead to oxidative stress, which damages brain cells over time. Story time. Laura, an avid sushi lover, enjoyed tuna rolls several times a week. After years of eating fish high in mercury, she began noticing an increased difficulty in concentrating and experiencing frequent headaches. Tests revealed high mercury levels in her blood, which led her to reassess her diet and reduce her consumption of high-mercury seafood. Lesson: while seafood can be a healthy option, be mindful of the types you consume. Avoid large fish with high mercury content and opt for smaller fish like salmon or sardines, which contain fewer toxins. Food. 6. Alcohol. Finally, alcohol. While the occasional glass of wine is often touted as beneficial for heart health, alcohol itself is a toxin that can harm your brain. Alcohol damages neurons, which are the brain's communication cells, leading to impaired cognitive function. Chronic alcohol consumption can result in neurodegeneration and contribute to conditions like alcohol-related dementia. Story time. David, a social drinker, enjoyed a couple of glasses of wine every evening. However, over time, he began noticing that he had difficulty recalling names and faces, even of people he had known for years. After reducing his alcohol consumption, David felt a significant improvement in his memory and mental clarity. Lesson: there's no safe level of alcohol consumption when it comes to brain health. Moderation is key, but ideally, reducing alcohol intake can help protect your cognitive function. Conclusion: the 3 best foods for brain health. Now, let's end on a positive note. Foods that promote brain health. Dr. William Lee highlights 3 foods that are particularly beneficial for preventing dementia and supporting cognitive function. 1. Omega-3. Fatty acids. Found in flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and hemp seeds, omega-3s help protect brain cells and reduce inflammation. 2. Berries. Rich in antioxidants and bioactive compounds, berries like strawberries have been shown to improve memory and reduce cognitive decline. 3. Cruciferous vegetables. Vegetables like broccoli, kale, and cauliflower contain neuroprotective compounds that support brain health and prevent neurodegenerative diseases. Incorporating these brain-boosting foods into your daily diet can help protect your cognitive function and reduce the risk of dementia. Final lesson: your brain health is in your hands. By making mindful dietary choices and avoiding harmful foods, you can take control of your cognitive future. It's never too late to start taking care of your brain. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips and insights. Stay healthy and keep nourishing your mind and body.